Hello and welcome to the channel. Today I have this M2 Models Kit 1967 Shelby GT500 that I'm going to be putting together for you. Let me go ahead and say early on in the video, this is a voiceover. The audio that was originally recorded with this video ended up to where it wasn't going to work out, so I had to mute that and do this voiceover. Hopefully this turns out all right. But while I put this kit together, the main thing I was talking about is the obvious situation with all the diecast YouTubers at the moment with this COPA FTC filing. Basically, we have to set our channel up as for children or not for children. Now, here in the United States, a child is anybody under the age of 13. It might be different in other parts of the world. I don't really know. So basically is what happened was YouTube was just collecting data of everyone watching the video. But with the child protection, online protection, that kind of thing, you're not allowed to collect data on children. So anybody under the age of 13, you're not allowed to collect that data without the parent's permission. So the FTC fined YouTube. YouTube paid the fine and agreed to change their settings to where basically they won't be collecting data on kids under the age of 13 anymore. So where this comes into play for us as YouTubers and the entire diecast community that does YouTube videos is they want us to tell them whether or not our videos are for kids. Now, sorry, excuse me. That seems like a very easy thing to do. Yes, your video's for kids, or no, your video's not for kids. It's not that black and white. Unfortunately, it's not that black and white. While my videos are for anybody who wants to watch them, you can't say that. It has to be for the age of 13 and over or under, or if you're going to be for everybody, then you have to include yourself in the part of YouTube that is designated for kids. Now, the problem with that is that you lose features, which is kind of a big deal. Number one, they do not let your videos collect the data, which in turns does personalized ads, which can gain you revenue. Now, I'm a long way away from earning revenue on YouTube, so that's not my biggest problem or anything. That's not even on my mind right now. I'm a diecast collector. I do the Hot Wheels. I do the M2s, Matchbox. I do all these types of videos. I would be doing this kind of stuff whether or not I was recording it for YouTube. So it's not a big thing for me to say give up the personalized ads because my YouTube channel is not big enough for that. So that's not a very good reason, but it is a reason for some of these YouTubers to not want to do it anymore. For me, the big thing is that it's going to turn off features on the channel, such as the comment section. Now, my videos receive a few comments. It's not hundreds of comments or nothing like that, but it is nice to see these comments from people saying, I like what you're doing. I appreciate what you're doing. These videos are awesome. Thanks for posting, so on and so forth. And for that to be taken away is kind of a bummer. So that's one thing that sucks when you do designate your channel for children. It takes the comment section away. It also takes away other features like channel memberships, which I don't have channel memberships, so that's not a big deal. Notifications, bigger YouTubers that are able to go live. I think it's going to stop the live feeds from happening. Several things like that. So for me, the biggest thing is the comment section being gone, and for the people who do get notified of my post, that being gone. So then a lot of people would say the solution to that would just be, well, say you're not for kids. Then you get to keep the comment section. Then you get to keep all this stuff. Well, that's not possible either, because even though they're asking you to designate whether or not your channel is for kids or not for kids, they will also be reviewing, and if you're found to be in violation, then you could receive fines over $40,000. Now, to me, it's not worth that. I mean, even if I was making money off of it, it's not, at that point, it probably would not be worth risking a north of $40,000 fine for having my videos labeled as not for kids, and then they find them to be intended for kids. So this brings up the question of, what do you do? For me, the choice is very simple and very obvious, that I am going to be designating my channel for now for kids. It's just not worth it to get the strikes. You could get strikes if they find your videos are labeled wrong. You could get, like I said, the fines. It could involve a whole host of problems. So to me, it's just not worth it to risk that. So I'm just going to be designating my channel for kids. For now, there is some petitions and some other stuff to kind of help the FTC recognize that the Hot Wheels and diecast community here on YouTube is a unique situation of videos that kids can watch, but not intended for kids. And there's a big gray area there. They give you these guidelines of, here's how you could tell if your video's for kids or not for kids. It's all bullcrap, to me anyway. It's basically just a way, they don't give you set guidelines. They give you these, they don't give you set in stone, like black and white direction. They give you these guidelines that they can kind of say, your video's intended for kids. They can kind of call you out on it. It's not black and white. There's a big old gray area. And it basically gives them the power to kind of do what they want to do. Something as simple as my kids being in the video could be considered child models in the video, and that could bring upon those fines and other problems from YouTube, like strikes on my channel. And YouTube has that 3 strikes you're out policy. So if you get too many strikes on your channel, they'll take it down. Lose all your content. To me, it's just not worth it to try to say this is intended for adults, and it be rated by YouTube as, nah, this is for children. And so to me, it's just better situation right now for me to designate my videos as for children, which is going to disable the comment section and do all that other stuff that we talked about, no notifications and stuff. It's going to affect like my giveaways that I do. I have several giveaways going. You can't comment on the video. How are you going to do the giveaways? Well, that's where other forms of social media come in handy. I have my Instagram that you can follow me on, and I just plan on doing the giveaways from that platform, but still base it off of my YouTube, kind of like my Instagram in cahoots with my YouTube is just my idea of how that's going to work. Hopefully they'll start to weed some of this gray area stuff out and understand that these videos are intended for adults but okay for children to watch. There's little baby Leo there, right there, that could throw up a flag if I had labeled this video as not for children, but there's a quote unquote child actor or child model in the video. So I hope this wasn't too lengthy of a video and too lengthy of an explanation of what's going on. I put me putting this kit in the background for y'all to watch while y'all listen to me ramble. It has been why there hasn't been a whole lot of content from me, because I was just doing my research and trying to figure out what was going to happen or not going to happen, or what it looks like after the first of the year. Unless something changes between now and then, is when a lot of these things are going to come into play, with the comment section going away and the notifications going away. So, you know, it's kind of crappy, but you gotta play by the rules. Kind of do what they say do. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say on that. My channel is going to be designated for children. These videos are always intended for anyone who wants to watch them. I try to put out good, clean content that anybody can watch. So because of that, I'm being penalized. And I get it. Believe me, I have 2 boys myself. I want them protected online. But I feel like the FTC overstepped just a little bit in this situation with this big gray areas. You know, it is just kind of what it is. So nothing we can do about it now. The petitions that you can sign and kind of do that is fine and dandy. That's one thing that can be done. Not sure that it'll help too much or hurt too much, or whatever the case is. But that's going to be my stance on this, is that. So, yeah, I'm going to let y'all finish watching. I'll comment a little bit on the car here towards the end. And thanks for watching this video. Leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram, and yeah. Sorry for the weird little there. Ran out of stuff to say. As I was putting this car together, I picked out the wheels I thought would be better. I tried both motors in there. I like the that one better, so put that one in. It actually gave me a little bit of trouble. It wouldn't pop down into place. So I struggled with it for a few minutes and trying to get it to seat how I wanted to seat, and it just would not do it. So I was kind of like, should I mess with it some more? Should I leave it alone? And tried to kind of push down on it a little bit with the screwdriver to see if it would just pop into place, and it just wouldn't. I couldn't get it to go. So I was kind of lost for a moment. Got out of frame here a little bit. Sorry about that. And anyway, camera's falling down. Everything was going wrong. It had gone so good that, of course, it had to go wrong at the end. So here, I reset the camera, tripod, tried to stop it from falling down, and decided maybe my best option would be take the base back off the car and see if the hood would come off so I could get better access to push down harder on that motor or whatever. After looking at it for a second, I was just like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. And then when I'm sitting here trying to mess with that, I broke the lip right there, tried to bend it back in place, and boop, popped right off. I was like, crap. What to do now? So, turned the camera off for a second, came back, and had looked at the problem, seen that the motor just wasn't clicking in. It has like one bigger hole and one smaller hole, and then on the motor it has like one bigger peg and one smaller peg that normally like clicks firmly down in there and kind of seats. And the pegs are just a little too small, or the holes are a little too big, whatever the case. It just was not clicking. It was just sitting in there loosely. I had struggled with it for a minute off camera, and then decided, after trying for a minute, screw it. Then I had kind of looked to see where this lip was supposed to go. That is the complete wrong place, because I really didn't look at it too hard beforehand. Was going to see about maybe putting some glue on it to glue it back in place. Kind of looked at it a little bit and was like, the car looks fine without it. So then put the base back on it and just roll with it. Put the screw back in it and just roll with it is all I could do, really. Which is fine. These are a little bit expensive, but it's not nothing that ruins it to not have that on there. Now looking back on the video, I kind of see where it was at to begin with. I could potentially try to put it back in place, but honestly, the car don't look too bad without it. So I do a couple of close-up shots here of it. Looks fine. I like to come to the edge of the table and my camera can drop down and you can kind of see. Look at them wide tires take up most of the car. That's just cool. Cool looking car. Awesome little casting. Had a blast putting it together, and I needed something to do for y'all to watch at while y'all listen to me drone on and on about this FTC situation. Super sorry that I haven't been putting out videos. Thank y'all for watching this. Please subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram, the whole 9 yards. And we'll catch you guys next time.